Right, this is me, I'm back. Properly Propagated Films, number 4 I think it is, maybe it's number 5.
It's a one-digit number.
Yeah, we'll try and sort that out. We've changed the name, the old name sucked, so, you know, we're now properly Propagated Films. People will get the reference, hopefully. Right, this the last film I've done, just watched it this morning, and holy shit, it's a strange one. It's directed by Edmund Elias or Elias Merhige, also known as Elias Merhige. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He's the guy that done Shadow of the Vampire, one of my favourite films. It's excellent. It's about both the non-fictional and fictional making of Nosferatu, the Murnau film from the 20s. It's excellent. This one is this film I'm doing now is Begotten. It's this guy's first film, and it's completely silent. It's all visual. It's visual. There's no captions or subtitles, nothing like that. It's there's no music, except for there's little pieces of music, kind of hums and that, but it's mostly just the sounds of crickets and leaves, and it reminds me of the sounds of Stockyard Escape, and Abe's Odyssey. In the first Abe's Odyssey, you hear
the scrubs.
Yeah, you said the scrubs to jump in. It starts with a quote. I think it's a quote. It doesn't even say who it's a quote by. Maybe it's a biblical passage. It says, "Language bearers, photographers, diary makers, you with your memory are dead, frozen, lost in the present that never stops passing. Here lives the incarnation of matter, a language forever. Like a flame burning after the darkness, life is flesh on bone, convulsing above the ground." And then it goes into the film, and then you see a puddle, or like a pond, or I thought it was like a pond, like an oasis. And then it zooms out and you see a man sitting in a chair, tied to a chair. Then it zooms back into this puddle. And I was like, that's not a puddle, it's an eye. It was a man's eye, close up of a man's eye. And then you see him struggling. He's all in white, he's got a mask on, like a Ku Klux Klan. He's got a mask on, he's struggling in the chair. And as he's struggling about, there's a trail of blood. Like I say, it's all in black and white. There's no colour in this film. Really strong, bright whites and strong blacks. It's at times really hard to make out what things are. He's struggling in this chair, and it's in a big, I should have mentioned at the start, it's in a big shed, like a big shark thing. It goes into the shark, into the guy's eye, and you see him in the chair struggling, and he's all hooded and stuff. And the end credits call this character God killing himself, because the guy has a razor and then he starts cutting his clothes while he's struggling. Then he starts taking his organs out. He pulls his organs out, and then as he drops dead, it's really graphic. It's made in 1990. Some say 1991. 1990 is really graphic. It's like, wow. He's taking all his organs out and he just dies. And as he dies, it zooms down to his foot. For quite a while, it zooms down to his foot. You see what I think is blood dripping down his foot, but it looks like sludge. It's really thick. It drips all the way down to his foot, and it just stays there for what seems like forever. And as it zooms out, you see his kind of lifeless body there. And this woman comes out from just kind of behind the chair. What's going on here? And then she starts taking she rubs her breasts and all the rest of it, and starts kind of taking her clothes off and that. And then, oh, I should have said before the video started that, you know, word of warning, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of sexual stuff here, but it doesn't matter anyway. She takes his Johnson, and what can only describe as milks him. And as
Johnson.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm trying to be nice here. As he ejaculates, she rubs it all over herself. It's kind of weird, because I found that more disturbing than the guy taking his guts out. I find that more, it's like, I think that's probably a way to say, you know, the way things are to do with sex and violence nowadays, you know, it's like, people are less offended by that. Well, not offended, it's just disgusting. And as she does that, she rubs it into, to impregnate herself. She rubs it right down and impregnates herself. She becomes pregnant. And then, as she grows, she comes in contact with a coffin, which is, the whole film is pretty much symbolism and stuff. It's a coffin, I take it it's meant to be God, you know, so as she sees the coffin, she gives birth to this man, not a baby, a man, and this is, it's a very, very strange film. This film is pretty much organs and squirming, writhing, because this guy that she gives birth to is writhing all the time. He's like, I don't know whether he's in pain, he's writhing all the time, and then you see all these hooded characters, and they're going around carrying crosses or something. It's hard to tell what everything is because everything's so bright white and dark black. It's hard to make it. Now, I don't know if that's because of the YouTube video I watched or if it's just the film itself. And they're wandering around carrying their crosses, and they're dragging this guy using ropes and that, and he's squirming all the time, and they pick him up on a stretcher, and then he vomits up his liver. I think it's his liver or his kidney. He vomits that up, they all pull it out, and then they hoist him up on over this big cliff. And then as they come around, the hanging noose around his neck. I think they'll hang him. I can't tell if they'll hang him because things are blocking shots and you can't tell what's what. It's really, really weird. And then he gets burnt on some sort of volcano thing. They smash his head with big hammer things. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything except this chirping of crickets all the time. The odd kind of rustle of footsteps and that. You don't hear anything. It's not like it's. And then I don't know if this is like maybe symbolism for him being Jesus, or I don't know. I don't know. And then they cut his dick off, and I think they ejaculate that as well. It's hard to tell what's going on.
Once it's off.
Yeah, once it's off. And that's kind of the end of the second act. And then the third part, it starts off with, it's all hooded figures as well. Everybody's in robes and hoods, and nobody's got an actual face, all dressed like the Ku Klux Klan or something. And there seem to be like raping a woman or something. I don't know what's going on, but they have her on the ground and they kind of cut her, I think, cuts bits of skin off her. And then they seem to be shoving these bits of skin down a big tube, like a pipe or something, in the ground, and then they smash it with hammers, this pipe thing with hammers. And then after that, you see the flowers dying, and like a time lapse. All the flowers die, the sun goes down, and then when the sun comes back up, one flower emerges, and that's the end. This guy's got a thing about the moon and the sun. He's always, after seeing all the people in robes and that, you see the sun, and you'll see the moon, and then I think there's a lot of, he's definitely influenced by like his silent films. It's got like this, it's shot like it's a 20s silent film, which he must be if he's done a film about, you know, Nosferatu. And when you see the people walking with the crosses and that, with the sun in the background and that, you just see their kind of shadowy figures. It kind of reminds me of James Whale's Frankenstein at the start, where they're carrying the bodies of the corpses and that. It's hard to make anything in this film. It's quite it's bizarre. It's quite an arty film. I'm not quite sure whether I liked it or not. It's a very, very slow film. It's on for 70 minutes and it seems about 3 hours long. It's really, really slow. It's quite hard to sit through. It's not just because of the violence. The violence is pretty. It's really graphic. It's quite gratuitous, but it's so hard to work through. I like arty films. I like silent films, but it's just there's no music. There's no nothing. They make it maybe entertaining. You can probably put on you know, like a death metal CD. Put on Cannibal Corpse or something. Another thing is, it was all in the woods. A lot of it's in the woods, and it reminds me of like an Immortal video. If you don't know who Immortal are, they're a black metal band, and they're brilliant, but their music videos are just shit. They're just so comical. Unlike this film isn't
easily
comical.
parodied band.
Yeah, they really are. But this is not a funny film. It's hard going. It's really heavy going. But another thing came to mind of me. Remember, was it Trocott?
Oh no.
Fucking hell. It reminds me of that. It's like, instead of people going around with violins and hitting tree stumps, there's people wandering around the wood carrying bodies. Carrying bodies, vines and dumping them, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I'm not a religious person, I don't have a religion, but I suppose, like, if you're religious and you've studied the Bible, you might get some of these, you know, not references, but some of these kind of, some of these
connotations.
Yeah, but I just don't get it. I'm not the biggest. I don't get symbolism that well. I really don't. But it's a very, very strange film. I don't know whether I'd recommend it to anyone. It just depends on your personal taste. I still got to think. It's well shot in places. There's points where I think, you know, that looks really good. That looks really good. And there's times where it's just all murky and just, what the fuck's going on? I don't know. I was really, really confused by this film. I don't know what to think of it. It's very downbeat. Very, very downbeat, and just, I don't know. I don't like rating films like with 10, because I can't do that. I'm hopeless at it. Oh, that's too high, that's too low. But I just do. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it brilliant? I just think it's, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a mess of a movie. It's just, I just can't get my head around it. Would I watch it again? Maybe just to try and take it all in. But it's quite hard to go through. It's not because of the violence, just because it's so damn boring. But not even in a bad way. It's just, it's hard to put into words, which is, you know, kind of my job right now, is to put things into words. But it's really, really difficult film to do it with. Before I go, I wanted to thank the two people that I got the videos from. The YouTube users, YouTube user Ryle Arthur Betsy. He's the guy who saw the video from. And I wanted to thank, is it Stuart?
Yeah,
Stuart Johnson for recommending the film. I said thank him. I thank him for, you know, wanting me to do the review, not for the film itself, because it's quite a hard film to watch, just because it's nothing really hard. No, what happens is just, it could have been about half an hour shorter and made sense. I should have mentioned those other characters. The squirmy guy is credited as Son of Earth, Flesh on Bone, and the woman who gets her tits out and that, she's Mother Earth. So obviously it's something to do with the Bible. I don't have the DVD. I watched it on YouTube, and the YouTube user was Rigel Arthur Betsy. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but I'll tag him in the video. I'll thank him on his video as well. Right, over and out. We got there.